Hello! In this week's edition of Tell Me Why, I do want to talk to you about the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, which is simply called the RSS. The reason why this episode is dropping a little late is because for the last 3 days, the RSS's boss, Mohan Bhagwat, has given a daily lecture lasting about an hour or more to explain where the Sangh stands on different issues. And for regular folks like you who may not have had the time to listen to the sermons over the next few minutes, I will tell you exactly what you need to know about it. First up, why do we need to know anything at all about RSS? Well, to put it simply, RSS is the ideological school for India's ruling party. Headquartered in Nagpur, it's marking 100 years since its foundation by B.K. Hedgewar, which is why the organization, which describes itself as social and not political, is doing this massive publicity campaign and outreach. Over the last 3 days, top diplomats, journalists from across the world have headed to this event to figure out what the core philosophy of the RSS really is, where it stands on several issues. Because this is the school that Prime Minister Narendra Modi, his ministers Amit Shah, Nitin Gadkari and several others went to. And so it helps us get an insight into what the government is thinking. For long, the public perception of the organization has been that it's like this club with branches in every locality, small and big towns called shakhas. Those that attend these shakhas wear a distinct uniform of khaki and also indulge in physical exercises and are inculcated into the principles of Hindutva and of India being a Hindu nation. As part of their activities, these shakhas are involved in social work and step in during natural disasters. But what's been controversial about them in their 100-year history has been their tentative link to Nathuram Godse, Mahatma Gandhi's killer. After Bapu was killed in 1948, this tentative link to the Hindu Mahasabha member led to their ban for several years, and that's the crux of why opposition leaders like Rahul Gandhi attack their ideology. Because they feel that the Sangh's Hindutva ideology leaves out the minorities and is against the diverse nature of India. Anyway, to an extent, the last 3 days has been a major public relations exercise. Live translations of the RSS message in French, Spanish and English so that news audiences across the world are crystal clear about what the saffron outfit stands for. First up, the big headline from them. RSS does not want Narendra Modi to retire next month.
Not for retirement of anybody or myself. We are ready to retire any time in the life, and we are ready to work as long as Sangha wants us to work. That is the thing.
There's been a lot of speculation about the Prime Minister's 75th birthday next month, also Mohan Bhagwat's 75th. Why? Because there's an unwritten rule that those above 75 should take on the role of mentors. It's why many sitting ministers were arrested in 2019 when the Modi government came back. And earlier this month, it looked like Bhagwat supported this rule when he talked generically about people stepping down at 75. But on Thursday, he clarified when asked he was talking about a specific person and neither he nor Modi were about to retire. So, the grand celebrations for the 75th, which includes a fortnight of Seva Pakhwada or blood donation camps and exhibitions, will soon begin in honor of the Prime Minister. Second, is there a departure on the RSS stand on other disputed temple sites? After Ayodhya temple, is there a move now to also do similar agitations for Kashi and Mathura? While it was completely ruled out earlier, and even on Thursday, Bhagwat said that the organization would not be part of another temple agitation, but their members could. He also added something curious. Bhagwat suggested that whenever he's questioned by other RSS members, he suggests that Muslims could give up their claims to Kashi and Mathura too, the sites of disputes at the Gyanvapi and the Jama Mosque. In his words, and I quote, "It is a matter of just 3. Take it. This will be a big step towards brotherhood." The third thing you need to know is Bhagwat's stand on the meat bans that various areas like Uttar Pradesh or Uttarakhand impose during Hindu festivals. This is what the RSS chief said on it. He said, during festivals, eating vegetarian food is a norm. In those times, if one sees people doing this, eating or selling meat right in front of their houses, it is possible their feelings will be hurt. It is only a matter of 2 or 3 days. Using common sense, one should stay away from such things. What anyone eats should not hurt my sentiments, but it is good to have the sensitivity that it's their festival and they don't eat meat, so I won't do it. When this common sense is not applied, then the law comes, unquote. This will be problematic, as statistics show that India is primarily a non-vegetarian country. In large parts, like Bengal, festival days are marked with eating various meats or fish, and this has been a flashpoint between the BJP and the Trinamool Congress in recent elections. With Bhagwat's words, the meat ban, even in some parts of the national capital, gets sanctioned from the topmost office. We can also expect more name changes because Bhagwat said things shouldn't be named after invaders, and that while they don't push for Hindi, the language of communication in India should not be a foreign one. What is not clear, of course, is whether he considers English to be an Indian language that many academics say it is, because that seems to be the only linked language acceptable to Tamil or other southern language speakers. Finally, the RSS chief said that they weren't the ones blocking the appointment of the new BJP chief, but he admitted that they do make suggestions to the BJP. This could be seen as an understatement. It's an open secret in government circles, especially in the culture ministry, that they periodically receive suggested candidates from the Sangh for key appointments, and they are routinely followed. If you read biographies of Atal Bihari Vajpayee or L.K. Advani, it is full of the strong dynamic between the Sangh and the BJP. While Modi's BJP has had the upper hand, the 100th year of the Sangh has definitely signalled a not so subtle shift.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.